Okay, in this video we will use Rhino and Grasshopper to place objects into Archicad. So we have this landscape model from the last video, and there is now a mesh in Grasshopper. I will just hide it. And say I want to place a bunch of trees in this area. I can do this by placing a lot of points. So if I hold in the point, I can click multiple points. And that means I can just place a lot of points in this area that I want my trees. So enter when I'm done. And I will select my points. And I will reference them into Grasshopper. So double click and point. Right click and set multiple points. So now they become red, and that means that they are in Grasshopper. The second thing I want to make sure is that these points are now projected onto this mesh. I want to lift them up so they hit the mesh. So I will just use project. And I use the component project point. So that means I need to input a point or several points, direction, and the geometry. So geometry is my mesh, the points are my points, and the direction should be set vector, so point facing upwards. I'm just going to use the unit set. And there I have my points on top of the mesh. Then I will use the Grasshopper components, and I will go into design and object. So the position should be my points, and the actual object should be a tree, which I find here. So one way to find it is going to favorite, and I click the favorite, and now I have to be linked to Archicad, so I have to double check this. Continue. I'm going back. Here. So I will not use the wall favorites, but the object favorites. And I can just pick this tree, the spruce. Select. And this should be my object settings. And now you can see this bounding box of all these trees in Rhino, and the synchronize is on. That means that it should now be in Archicad. So I can go to the perspective view, and there you have a lot of nice trees onto the site. And of course you can change the object. Say I want another kind of tree. I can also find it by going to settings, object settings, and then I will right click and use an existing library part, and then I right click again and I select a library part. This might be a little slow loading the Archicad library, and then I find the tree I want to use, maybe this one, and select. And then I just change the object settings. And you have some new trees here. And they should be now in Archicad. And of course, you can play around with different kinds of trees and more random or automated positioning of all these trees. But it's quite quick and simple. And then, yeah, that's it.